Michael Pry here, Internal Organisation, and we're going to be looking at organisational design. And this falls under the internal analysis section of the strategic development model. So, introduction to organisational design. This is the way you organise your company, and it will play a vital role in its success. Debates range about the best way to organise a company for success. Some say that the decentralised, push the power to the individual worker is the most efficient, while others stress the need for broad strategic vision to be acted on. The other thing to remember is an organisational structure needs to evolve as the business evolves. What worked with a 5-person startup does not work with 10,000 people in a company. Many an organization has made the fatal mistake of not evolving when it made sense. The other extreme of this is constantly changing the organization to struggle to find its way, and that's bad as well. So different structures. There are two main types of organizational structures, centralized and decentralized. These two main types divide into several hybrid types depending on organizational needs. The hybrids include a small team, a matrix, functional, and divisional. In practice, a manager will struggle to manage more than 7 direct reports. Reorganizations usually always happen when another company gets acquired or new management gets put in place. So as soon as you see that happening, you know there's going to be some change in terms of the structure of the organization. So the different types of organizational structures, there are several different types that develop from the centralized and decentralized continuum. These structures all have pluses and minuses depending on the life cycle stage your company's in. So let's have a look at that. So this is an example of a company life cycle. You can see that we start off right at the bottom left-hand side where the company is just starting up with developing its vision, strategy, etc. It enters the market with disruptive products or services, moves into the application, line extension, product innovation, process enhancement, and then experiential innovation. When you reach the top of the curve, the market is mature. Then you start coming down the right-hand side, you need more market innovation, and probably by this stage, halfway down the right side, you're going to need organic renewal or to find a new partner. If you don't do this in time, then you need to harvest and exit the industry. So depending on where you are within this continuum, you would change the type of structure or organizational design. The other thing to remember is that organizational structure is linked to leadership style as well. So if you look at an old structure, which is command and control, if you like, it's centralized control, it's corporate, it's bureaucratic, it has clones, everyone operates the same, like the old IBM model, it's technology-led. The standard structure would be business units, it's decentralized, its people are empowered, but it does have renegades because it doesn't have any control. So salespeople are out there maybe selling products cheaper than what they should to get new market share. It's customer-led in that customers are saying, we want this, and you, without even asking, you develop that product, and you have a core business. Then advanced structure would be interlinkages. Everyone talks to everyone. There's a collective sense of what's going on, and employees are directed through the vision and values and mission statement. You have activists that support your mission statement. Your company's benefits led. What that means is you're developing products that add value to your customers. You're not delivering what the customers say they want. You're anticipating what the customers want and coming up with new, unique products. And you have a unique core set of competencies, of skills, which differentiate you from everyone else and make you different from everyone else within your industry. So, looking at this, which one of the previous slides' organizational structures match your organization? Does this align with your current leadership style? Types of organizational structures. So you have bureaucratic structures. These can be either functional, divisional, or matrix, but share a common trait that decisions are typically made at the top and trickle down. These structures rely heavily on process and systems to ensure compliance with all rules. The bigger the organization gets, the more bureaucratic it will become. The functional organization. An organization is functional when the common functions such as engineering, accounting, manufacturing are all managed in the same group. These things get done by farming out the resources to who needs it. Divisional aligns all the necessary resources to go after a particular market or set of markets. A divisional structure contains all of the necessary functional areas to stand on its own. They're like mini businesses. The matrix organization is a hybrid between a functional and divisional organization, wherein some resources are functional, such as engineering and sales, while others are divisional, such as marketing and management. These organizations try to gain efficiencies by having functional groups work for many different divisional entities. One of the biggest issues here is that you can imagine if you're one of the managers in between and you're working for a number of different senior managers, how do you prioritize what has to work first or what has to be delivered first? So again, project planning is very important if you're working within a matrix. The flat organizations. These organizations try and remove layers of management so that ideally everyone will report to the owner or CEO. The benefit of a flat organization is that everyone knows exactly what management wants, since they are all reporting to the highest level. In practice, this is harder and harder to do as the company grows. So then, after a while, it starts moving into a bureaucratic type organization. The team, a small group of people that solely focuses on one thing. Teams have leaders because someone has to rein in the chaos. Think of a sports team with a captain. The team performs when they work together, and the captain keeps them motivated while contributing. The entrepreneurial model considers all opportunities like mini businesses, thrives on creating products and services, not just selling the same old stuff. Very few formal structures, and things tend to go chaotic quickly when scaled up. So again, the bigger it gets, you have to start moving into a flat organization, or you have to move into a bureaucratic organization. This works for a much smaller organization. So then we have the virtual organization. No formal office or people in the same state or country. These types are the collaboration environments where people come together for specific projects, then fade away. Consulting firms use this model since talent can be anywhere and the internet has made it easier to collaborate. So question. Is the current organizational design effective for the type and the life cycle stage of your organization? What organizational structure best fits your organization as it is currently?